Hello and welcome to Sproink Dota presents Random Team Games. I'm Nuff and I am joined again by Iggy.
Hello!
Hello, could you be any closer to your microphone?
Remaining. I'm miles away, man.
It's just super loud. Jesus. Okay, so this is going to be a match between Brodo, Swaggins and Karnage eSports.
I just love the images. Crocodile and...
Well, you can definitely see between the two which one is taking themselves more seriously.
Yeah, I mean, one team looks like it's got a sponsor, and I'm not talking about Karnage eSports.
Elijah Wood backs Brodo Swaggins.
Totally.
What more do you need? Why don't they have a person in their team just called Carl as well? Stay in the house, Carl!
Yeah.
Okie dokie, so looking over the bans, two extremely common bans in Wisp and Batrider.
Is there ever anything to say about these first bans? I mean, unless a Ricky comes up again, there's nothing special.
Occasionally there's interesting first bans, but these are going to be pretty standard.
Radiant team.
I mean, Karnage have a lovely situation to be able to pick whatever they want to ban right now. So they can go, oh, what don't I want to be against today? Maybe Naga? No one likes Naga.
Well, in fairness, both teams have that opportunity.
Well, not really. Now the three main ones that get banned are banned out.
Yeah, true.
So it's like a free ban now.
Still taking the Nature's Prophet or something, though.
Yeah, or Alchemist.
I wouldn't really recommend taking Alchemist out that early, because I mean, if the other team then goes for a late farming build... Oh, Alchemist anyway.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha!
Shut up, you.
Out-called you again, sir.
It's because you always do.
Alright, then first pick, what do you reckon it's going to be?
Probably a Darkseer, actually. I mean, he's still left in the pool, and he's just so fantastic on the offlane, and he brings such great team fights, so...
Unless I'm playing him.
Well, yeah, but that's just because you're terror bad.
I think the rest of the team was worse.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'd imagine a Naga Siren or a Darkseer.
Well, aren't you supposed to be researching the teams?
5 seconds.
No, I completely forgot today, so... So we haven't any research
Just
today.
go with your gut.
Yeah, I guess.
You can do it now.
Some shit, I don't know.
Odie or some shit.
Well, it's close enough. It's not like I'm going to call fucking Meepo, is it?
It's possible. There's
Actually, pick a Meepo, please, now. I want it.
If they could pick two Meepos, I wish they could pick two Meepos.
I wish it could just be 5 Meepos against 5 Meepos. Just two teams of 5 Meepo.
Oh my god.
And everyone starts with an Aghanims.
It would be a crazy fight. All mid Meepo. I want to see it. I want it to exist.
We may have seen Brodo Swaggins play before. Or was it Weaver?
Have we seen them play before?
No, Brodo Swaggins have played one game and won it with a fairly standard draft, so... Oh, thank Karnage eSports. Why am I doing this so late? This is pointless now.
You forgot, because you're a very bad assistant.
Well, I've been doing other stuff all evening. I wasn't expecting to come straight into a game of Dota. Thank you very much.
Well, you should expect to come into Dota, but all about
Karnage eSports are English!
Oh god,
they've got tons of games!
Oh, they're gonna be terrible!
They play loads of games!
5
They've got a good win rate!
Oh!
Ah!
Oh my god! Oh my god! English! We should follow them.
Time.
Send them a message.
Come on, Karnage!
Come on, Karnage! Karnage!
Kick Frodo's slimy little hobbit ass.
I mean, we're gonna call this right down the middle, like professionals.
Well, yeah, but there's no English teams in Dota. This is the only English team in Dota, and they're at the bottom of the team matchmaking pool.
No, they're at the top. It's page 2.
Ah.
Radiant team.
Gyrocopter.
Gyro. Okay, so they're both taking their picks very seriously at the minute. They've taken a lot of time, to think it through. But Gyrocopter, good on aggressive tri-lane, also good on defensive, obviously. But you want something with great lockdown to pair him up with, because then he can really make Rocket Barrage do some serious damage.
Indeed. I think one thing Karnage have to be careful of now is there's still the opportunity for Brodo Swaggins to take the tree and run the famous Weaver tree. So
it's not as
5 seconds
strong
remaining.
as it used to be. So
I know, but it's still such a fantastic combination because of how effectively Weaver can dive.
Reserve time.
And I mean, once you've got your train up to level 2 or 3, I mean, that's still 2 points up.
Dire team pick.
Now it'll be very interesting to see if they're going to go for a Leshrac.
I want to see a Leshrac.
Or also good for this, Visage.
Indeed.
Shadow Demon does his disruption, Gyrocopter Rocket Barrage as soon as they come out. If they're still alive,
in comes a Soul Assumption. Of course, if they're going to be up against what could quite possibly be an off-lane Weaver, Shadow Demon is not the best initiation.
No, you kind of do need... Well, I think a Silence is actually very, very good against the Weaver, or a nice long stun, which, well, Shadow Demon just simply doesn't provide.
No, you need a couple of decent stackable stuns.
Or lots and lots and lots of damage in one stun.
Well, you've got lots of burst damage from Gyrocopter. If you had, like, say a Rubik, with the lift plus a Fade Bolt plus Gyrocopter plus whatever else damage you've got coming out, if you have a Visage, for example, that's a dead Weaver. But with the Shadow Demon, I don't think it's going to happen. The Shadow Demon also tends to be more, for me, a defensive option.
The only problem is that the Rocket Barrage, I mean, if you remember, it does damage over the time, over 3 seconds. So Rubik's Lift isn't quite long enough to get the entire Rocket Barrage off. There's Nature's Prophet. So this is looking really, really split push heavy, actually, this Brodo Swaggins team.
Yeah, and if they really, really want, they do have the option of picking up another carry as well, if they want to get super greedy.
I'd imagine seeing the Weaver on the tri-lane, though, and pick up a dedicated mid.
It could be a dedicated to the farming Weaver, could be an off-lane Weaver.
Or Nature's Prophet jungle. I mean, he can jungle very, very efficiently from level 1.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, you get heroes which can, like Chen, Enchantress, and Enigma, but there's not all that many. I mean, you can say, like, okay, well, a Lifesteal can go into the jungle at level 1, but he's going to get a terrible farm. It's going to be vastly inferior to being on lane, so Nature's Prophet is someone who can actually make the most of it at early levels.
Yeah, well, you tend to see him when he's played as an off-laner against the tri-lane. He tends to just harass them a bit with the treants, block the camps twice, and then just go, screw this, go into the jungle now.
Yeah.
He's basically done his job. He can't do a lot more than that, so just give up the tri-lane entirely and then just go and farm.
I think Brodo Swaggins might actually ban out the Lash here. It's going to be an awful lot of counter push, which they're going to have to deal with, as well as the fantastic combination with the Shadow Demon.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the counter push is probably the main reason for picking up Lena, or banning her out.
Banning Lena, yeah.
Reserve time.
The OD ban, there's a possibility they would have run an OD, but it would have been really greedy.
Radiant team.
Sand King actually a pretty solid ban out, because I mean, he does pair up well with the Shadow Demon Gyrocopter lane.
Yeah, and of course he does bring teamfight to the whole proceedings to go with Gyrocopter's cooldown.
I mean, once you have 2 large teamfight ultimates like that, you suddenly get a lot more potential in those big fights.
And they banned out the Chen, even though they have a Nature's Prophet. Probably wouldn't have picked up a Chen, but I suppose they're going to stop any more push being picked.
Indeed. There's the Lash.
So that's the combination. Shadow Demon followed by Leshrac stun and a Gyrocopter Rocket Barrage.
That's an awful lot of push coming out now. We might even see a PL, I think.
It's a possibility. Whenever a Keeper of Light gets picked up, PL is an option. Of course, it's a little bit dangerous to be playing with 3 carries, especially ones that don't really have much early game presence.
Well, I imagine if a PL is picked, Nature's Prophet will just sit in the jungle. Or maybe even the Weaver in mid. It's
Bounty
kind
Hunter.
Team pick.
It's going to be difficult for the Weaver to get away now with track on and be put on him probably for the majority of the fight.
Indeed. Well, looking over to Karnage Sports side, they've got the Gyrocopter, fantastic anti-push. Shadow Demon can kind of with Shadow Poison. Bounty Hunter not at all unless he builds a Battle Fury. And Leshrac can take towers very effectively, but not actually as good against the wave.
Actually, with his stun and his lightning, he does a pretty good job of
you always see Lightning Storm maxed out last because it's just vastly inferior than Edict. And if you max it out last, when do we ever see supports hit level 16?
Well, to be fair, the stun,
a long way off.
The stun is going to be a lot of damage to a creep wave. So
indeed. That's very true. He does do a lot to a creep wave, but
he's not too bad at the counter push.
He's not quite flat cannon from Gyrocopter, I'll say that much.
Nicks.
Radiant team ban.
Possibly just roaming around?
He might be their mid, even.
Indeed. One thing which we will note is that he is going to have a very, very nasty time when this Bounty Hunter comes looking for him.
Yeah, both the Invis heroes are going to have a nasty time about with that track up.
Indeed.
Not to mention now they've got 2 Invis heroes that definitely going to get an early gem.
And a Nature's Prophet who will probably pick up a Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
And how? We've seen Cuttle pick up Shadow Blades before.
Not in a game where he should have been playing. It was a terrible pub.
It was a terrible pub, but it was a Cuttle with a Shadow Blade nonetheless.
With Dragon Knight being taken out, they might be considering maybe Well, mainly I think he's put out for the push, the early push.
Yeah.
Or they might be considering, you know, a melee hero of their own in the mid.
We see, this is the big problem. Ooh, puck ban.
They don't have a strength hero yet, Karnage.
I think the big issue with brodo swaggins, neither brodo swaggins, but the big issue which they're gonna face is that they can kill creep waves like gods at the moment, but I don't really see that much in actual effectiveness of bringing down the tower itself until Nature's Prophet is incredibly fun.
There's a strength hero. I actually like that pickup. I was looking at their team going, there's a lot of fragile heroes on here, and there's a lot of, like, they don't do a huge amount of damage early on, but they can still bring down early stuff. But Night Stalker, if he gets out of hand, he's going to be really difficult to bring down.
Indeed, and this is a colossal amount of early game ganking potential coming out from the Karnage eSports now. Shadow Demon and Leshrac, fantastic rotation pair, along with the Bounty Hunter and Night Stalker.
10 seconds remaining.
They can kill on the tri-lane without even thinking about it. And it's just going to give Gyro the space to just sit back and farm.
Oh, he's probably getting on the kills as well. Gyro is a really effective. Oh, I did not see a Zeus coming out.
No.
But this is a team full of fragile heroes. Every single one of them is pretty. Well, actually, Nyx Assassin.
Nyx is the tankiest.
Due to his spike carapace and the fact that he's an agility hero, so he gains armor as he levels up. He's the tankiest thing they've got.
Indeed.
Weaver is survivable for certain reasons, because obviously his ultimate, being able to time lapse back and get his HP back, and of course being invisible, always handy. It's got to be negated by Bounty Hunter entirely, though.
Indeed, and same with Nature's Prophet. It's like his only defense. Well, that's just Shadow Blade and TP out. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. I think they're going to get ripped apart in the early game.
There's going to be a lot of harass.
Come on, Brett.
There's going to be a lot of harass on the Midnight Stalker early on. If he can weather the storm, no pun intended, against Zeus, he will be. He'll do okay.
That said, I've just noticed something else. Even Night Stalker's got silence, as we know, and I can only see one hero capable of stunning on Frodo Swaggins. So I think they're going to really, really suffer in these team fights. If Nyx gets silenced, they're going to have no lockdown at all. The biggest amount of lockdown they will have will be Kotl's trees. They don't even have slows.
Kotl's trees.
Sorry, Nature's Prophet. Sorry. Getting things mixed up.
It's gonna be an interesting fight, to say the least. I do agree with you that Karnage does seem to have the advantage in the early game and the late game actually as well, if the Nature's Prophet and the Weaver can't get enough farm.
That said, Frodo are going to be pushing all game, and they're never going to let up the pressure. And Karnage are really going to struggle to defend. Actually, I mean, they've got the Leshrac and they've got the Gyro, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult for them to weather out this early push with the Illuminate Blast coming in. I mean, Weaver's going to be pushing in the late game. Nature's Prophet will be pushing in the late game. And unless you kill Nature's Prophet in a fight, he's always just going to TP into your racks and take them. So it's just an incredible amount of focus that's going to need to be put on shutting down this Nature's Prophet, I think.
At the same time, they've got to keep Weaver down. The thing with Weaver is he needs a couple of big items to make an impact, in my opinion. He's going to have to pick up a Lincoln Sphere.
And also, I honestly think if this Weaver is going to be busy in the split push role, along with the Nature's Prophet, I'd actually say that Frodo Swaggins are going to lose it. Because they're not going to have any presence in these team fights. You've got a Zeus, a Kotl, and a Nyx. What can you do with those three heroes?
Well, if you catch them coming uphill, you can do a nice chunk of damage, but...
Well, you can stun them.
None of them...
Then you can throw out 3 or 4 nukes, and then...
You can hit them with a Kotl Blast.
And then they're going to come up the hill and murder your face.
Yeah, and as I'm going to point out again, with the Weaver, in this particular game... I mean, Lincoln Sphere is not essential on him always, it depends on what you're up against, but in this game, really important. Track and the silence coming from the Night Stalker are things you really need to block or you die. So he needs to build Lincoln Sphere, which means his major first item is going to be a Lincoln Sphere, which does not give him very much in the terms of damage. So he's not going to be very useful until, well, got 35 minutes plus.
It's also incredibly effective against Shadow Demon, because I mean, so many times we see a Weaver go on a Shadow Demon on his own, and if he doesn't have the Lincolns up, disruption. And then that's 3 seconds where his team are coming to try and kill you. That's 3 seconds of rotation coming out from them.
Especially good if you catch him right at the beginning of Zakushi, because he doesn't have it back straight away.
Indeed.
30
Good
seconds
6 seconds,
to battle.
I believe.
So yeah, I think Frodo Swaggins have it. They've got a lot to play for here.
And neither team really supporting the team fight, so...
I don't know, I think Karnage have a very, very sizable amount of team fight with the gyrocopter and the Leshrac, but I think that's about it, really.
I don't give Leshrac credit for much team fight, really. He just runs around in a circle with Edict up hoping.
Snowber.
Yeah, but he's squishy, man. He can get moved out pretty quickly.
That's very true, but 144 damage per second from the Pulse Nova, an Edict which continues after you're dead, that Mammoth Stun, and if you can get a Lightning Storm off, I think you can do a reasonable amount of AoE damage.
It looks like that actually might be solo laning this gyrocopter at the minute. Well, the supports are waiting in the mid, so I think they're just looking to a very early gank, possibly, on the Zeus. Because he's pretty damn squishy.
Well, I mean, Gyro's going to be able to do incredibly well against this solo Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. Free farm. Thank you for the little trees.
Nature's Prophet actually appears to be backing out. He's not bothered to block the camps. He thinks he's up against the tri-lane, but he's not real. Oh, Zeus is going down. We didn't miss it.
Oh, I clicked in at literally the second he died. But yeah, I was going to mention, Night Stalker managed to get Void up as his first one, so it's quite clear he wanted to go for a gank very early on. Normally you'll see him starting like Hunter in the Night and things like that, because you want to max that as soon as possible, so the first night he's as powerful as possible. But all these nukes coming out from Zeus, and Night Stalker is reduced to barely any HP and has to run back for regen.
That's Zeus has no clarities, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of space now. It looks like actually they might be rotating the supports again, because Gyrocopter is just happily farming on late on his own. There's no one contesting him, so these guys are completely freed up to roam. Although I would be stacking camps if I was them, at least one of them.
Indeed.
But they want to shut down the Zeus for some reason. I mean, to be honest, if you do shut down the Zeus in the mid game, he's still not very useful. He needs to get a good start.
Indeed. I mean, you don't really tend to see Zeus's come into play with amazing game-winning combinations until he gets something like an Aghanims up.
Oh, there's a Cottle rotating. Put up a Sentry Ward, just in case they want to, try to smoke him or something like that. Yeah. Or just for the basic vision, really.
I think Cottle's going to come and contest against this Gyrocopter now. I mean, Weaver's farming quite happily up against this bounty, so...
Rune.
Quite a wise move.
Visible Cottle. Now, this could work out as a gank in the other direction if he wishes to use it like that.
That said, Leshrac and Shadow Demon are here.
Oh, that's going to be a dead Zeus again. He's stunned him up. Right clicks coming out. All that damage. He can't survive. Killed off by the Night Stalker, which is really good for him.
Night Stalker has a bottle. He's nearly finished up his urn. This is exactly what you don't want. This is a Night Stalker just beginning to get nastier and nastier.
Yeah, Karnage are doing a really good job of securing the lane for their Night Stalker, because if he doesn't win a lane,
Indeed.
He's useless, literally useless. He's a huge gamble of a hero to play in mid. He either spoils a control and becomes really dangerous, or he does nothing.
Yeah, and we're seeing Shadow Demon and the Leshrac are getting a reasonable amount of levels by doing all this rotation as well, so they're not falling quite as far behind. I mean, they're ahead of the Nyx Assassin, who is still level 1, in fact, so...
I assume he's been stacking camps or something, the Nyx. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's been stacking.
His starting items are so depressing. Tangos and wards. Oh, supports.
Supports, the unsung heroes of... This is the age of supports. Fuck carries, man. Supports are where it's at.
Night Stalker is now level 5, in fact.
Oh, it's gonna be a nasty night.
3 minutes 20 in.
He's gonna have the possibility to start the night early, which is not a prospect particularly one.
It's actually maxing out the void, so they're just looking to just kill off this anyone they can as much as possible. They don't give a damn about the night, in all essence.
Well, yeah, but it's got the crippling fear, and at first level at night time it's a 5-second silence, which is definitely enough to deal with the Weaver. And they're now already pushing this tier 1, and Cottle's coming here to, do what he can with his Illuminate.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But it only catches a creep, so... Yeah. But it's going to be very hard to push onto the tower with the Keeper of the Light protecting it now, but...
Indeed.
I'm sure that Gyrocopter is going to be happy just sitting back and taking...
yeah. Night Stalker's bottled of regen. Doesn't need to use it yet though, so... He's actually still held off from the urn, choosing to go to a magic wand first. And I think against the Zeus, this makes a great deal of sense.
Yeah. Also, there's a little bit of tiny bit of stat as well, which is always useful. And it can save your life having a fully charged up wand.
Indeed.
Or just give you that little bit of extra mana to do that last nuke to bring someone down.
Well, 15 charges. I mean, how much they each restoring 15 of each, so that's actually a reasonable amount of health and mana coming back from that.
Yeah, it can be the difference between life and death quite often.
Indeed.
He's got his boots now as well. Also a good pick up the boots, so you can have even more speed. But yeah,
here's the rotation. Oh, Zeus is out of position, unfortunately. This is another dead Zeus, I think.
The smoke's been revealed on the Shadow Demon. Oh, stun now. Blam. A little bit late, but still caught
Zeus
him.
is doing this right. He's running the right way away from these stuns.
Oh, he's nuked out. Actually, Night Stalker might die if he's hit by that Illuminate. But he's just fine. Actually, he lost the regen rune at some point during that.
Indeed. I believe he popped it, but Zeus wasted it with a single right click, which was quite wise of the Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus would actually hit really hard on this Night Stalker.
I know, I mean, Zeus has an awful lot of power in the early game. I mean, he can sling out his spells so goddamn quickly.
Dota needs to be careful. It's going to be night time soon. They found the Nyx Assassin, actually, and they're going to go on him next.
Indeed. Good body blocking from the Night
But
Stalker.
it's a waste of time because the support has come back in the face of Zeus and the Kotl. They're going to have to pull out of this one. And Night Stalker needs to be quite careful if they continue to pursue him. He's bottling up, but...
Good stun out by the Leshrac.
And in comes Illuminate, though. Huge amount of damage from that. It's level 2, so it's doing a hell of a lot of damage already.
Time.
Oh, here comes angry Night Stalker looking for a kill. He's going to go for the Zeus. He's easily going to bring him down. Needs to run out of the way of Kotl. He's actually going to try to kill off the Nyx Assassin as well, but he's given up now. He knows he hasn't got enough damage and he has very little HP. He's going to pull out.
Still, good ganks going Karnage's way.
Well, it's 6 minutes and he has 3 kills, so he's got a kill every couple of minutes, which is kind of where you want him to be.
And this Gyrocopter is on 42 last hits on lane. Nature's Prophet finally coming down to contest him. And he's still 600 gold away from his Midas, so we're not going to see that getting up very soon.
No. Weaver's just picked up his boots as well. I mean, he hasn't had a bad lane. He's had mostly 3 farm.
Indeed.
As well. He hasn't been able to keep up with the Gyrocopter, but that's to be expected. Although he is going to be in trouble if he doesn't Zakushi away, which he does do. Being pursued by Bounty Hunter, but...
Well, Bounty's level 6 now, so they're going to look to demolish this Weaver as much as they can.
Yeah, that was great. Comes out of Invis just to, knock off that healing salve. That Shrek wants a stun, but... Is it in range? Yeah, actually it is.
Indeed.
I can't remember if he needs line of sight or not. Like, direct line of sight.
He doesn't need direct line of sight, so he can cast it whenever he wishes to. Gonna wait for the Shadow Demon to initiate first, I imagine, though.
Just to be secure with the stun.
Indeed.
He's still tracked up.
Some absolutely fantastic rotation from these Karnage supports.
Weaver knows that he's been tracked up. And now he knows he's safe. TP coming in, they don't know about it.
No, I think the TP was actually within range of the truck.
Oh, Zeus ulti coming out. Night Stalker kills Zeus. Zeus kills Night Stalker.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In mid. So, yeah, even though Zeus is squishy, he throws out so much damage that the Night Stalker went down. I assume he went down to tower.
His Arc Lightning has a 1.75 second cooldown, so... I mean, you see an awful lot of Zeus's choose to max that out first above the Lightning Bolt. I mean, Lightning Bolt gives a lot more damage and it still only has a 6-second cooldown, but when you can just have that Arc Lightning, and I mean, it's fantastic actually as a push, for pushing as well, because you can just throw it out every 2 seconds.
Tier 1, is it in within... Oh, I don't think it's into deny range yet.
Oh, Zeus is crying.
The next time it gets pushed though, this Gyrocopter's going to have it. Going for his Ogre Club, so I'm imagining he'll be going for a very early BKB.
I think this kind of makes sense. I mean, he is up against an awful lot of nuke damage. Not that many disables though, so I kind of feel like lifesteal would make sense.
They're going to bring down Nyx Assassin on top, and it's a track kill, really good. They haven't got track on Weaver though because of it. And Night Stalker's looking to kill off this Kotl. Kotl's hiding in the trees. They're actually doing quite a good job, but it's not going to be enough. He's brought down as well. Bounty Hunter getting the last hit. Though, looks like they might lose Night Stalker if he doesn't have any wand charges. He does, just keeps himself alive.
After TP out now.
Yep, huge amount of damage coming out from that. Oh dear, they lost the Shadow Demon. A Weaver does get picked off. Double kill for the bounty hunter. In comes Nature's Prophet, but what's he going to do? They're already backing out. Now picked up on the Night Stalker.
Nature's Prophet can afford his Midas. Still not buying it yet, though. I mean, it's... Oh, he's just finished it up now.
Literally just finished it up.
9 minutes 30 in.
Zeus is rotating, actually. Is he going to go for the courier? No.
I don't think so, no.
He was hasted, he wouldn't have got it anyway if he wanted it. And drums being picked up by bounty hunters. So they get their items nice and early, they got the kills. Very soon they're going to push down more towers. I mean, they got the tier 1 already, I didn't mention that, but it's gone down. They'll be able to push the other towers pretty early on, which against a pushing lineup, it's not how you saw things coming. But admittedly, with the Nature's Prophet and the Weaver, like I said, the Weaver's going to have to build Lincoln Sphere in this. He's going to be a very long time before he has enough damage to really contest Gyrocopter.
Yep. Going back to this Gyrocopter, I really don't think BKB is the right choice to go. I mean, they do have an awful lot of nukes coming out, but you really want a BKB to fight against their disables.
Meanwhile, Night Stalker's on a rampage. They've already brought down the Nature's Prophet. Now going after the Nyx Assassin. Double. He might actually get out of this. No, he's definitely going to die to that dot. Down he goes. Cottle couldn't save him. There's a rotation coming up from the Zeus, though. He's going to throw out all his nukes, is he? He's found... Oh, he got silenced up! Oh, he manages to dodge the stun, though. He's in trouble. Edict's out. He's down. Cottle's on the run.
This Karnage is getting so out of hand right now.
Karnage is looking really strong in the minute.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're warding as well, just so they can keep an eye on when that Nature's Prophet goes back to his jungle, so they can kill him off one more time.
Top tower is under attack. Oh,
Night Stalker's found a double damage rune as well. Oh, they're going on Gyrocopter down bot, but
they're gonna bring him down with the Weaver actually. But in comes Night Stalker. He's found Nature's Prophet. He's dead. Weaver needs to get out of here as well. He's retreating. He's got Zakushi. He'll be just fine.
Indeed.
But then he's managed to kill off the Gyrocopter, who hasn't really been enjoying free farm for this entire game. So that is a good kill.
Yeah.
Admittedly, he should have come out at some point, and a gem being picked up on Night Stalker, as if his silence wasn't going to be enough.
Early gem is exactly what you need on Night Stalker. I mean, you have so much speed at night, is that if you're around that bounty hunter and he's giving you the urn, you can still keep up. I mean, he's moved 5-2-2 when he has his
he doesn't even need bounty hunter. As long as he pops his phase boots, he moves at maximum move speed. So that
he can run down the Weaver very easily.
Yeah, Weaver is not safe. He's not even safe when he gets the Lincolns up, and that is a long way off.
Be afraid, Weaver. Be very, very afraid.
He hasn't even got perseverance yet.
Indeed. Well, I mean, he's picked up a kill and death, and he's been farming reasonably well, but I'm actually kind of surprised as to how behind he is, or at least appears to be.
Weavers take a while to get going. He's
they can't quite flat farm like the gyro.
No, he's a lot harder a carry than people assume. Because of his ability to dive really hard, they think he's like an early carry.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, he should be theme fighting really early on. Not really. He desperately needs a couple of damage items to be a huge help.
Also, he's made of paper early on, and a single nuke if he's outside of Shikuji can very...
Bounty is looking to scout something out for the Night Stalker. They've found a Cottle. He is dead. And who's next? Nature's Prophet isn't actually in the jungle. He's just got trees doing his job for him because it's too dangerous.
Indeed.
Nyx Assassin hiding up by his tower. Which I'm surprised is actually still standing.
This is the way we like seeing Night Stalker games go. I mean, he's keeping the early game completely under control for his Gyrocopter to get out of hand on the farm.
And he's just got another kill. He's sitting on, what, is it 8 now? No, 10. Christ. 10 kills on this Night Stalker. He has 10 of the 14 kills.
10 out of the 14 kills,
He has 3 assists. He has only 1 kill he hasn't been involved in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is not the place you want a Night Stalker. I mean, I can keep saying this all I want, but
the Dire's top tower
it doesn't stop it being true.
But it doesn't look good.
Hell, they don't even need Gyrocopter right now. They only need Gyrocopter's damage up so they can push. They want to push up.
Dire's top tower is
it's worth noting right now is that the Nyx Assassin is still sat on level 4. So he's really, really lacking when it comes to these fights because you can't just invis away or re-engage with it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Night Stalker's on the prowl. Looking for anything. Oh, Photo Blast knocks him back.
Dire's top tower has fallen. It was only
Blinding Light.
It was so nice to watch the panic when the Knight came out though. Then from the Night Stalker, just the sudden retreat from that tower, and that just shows how afraid they are of this guy.
Well, they can't lane. They can't jungle. What can they do? Look at the wards in the jungle. The entire jungle is warded up. They have nowhere to farm safely. The only way they can protect themselves from this Night Stalker is if they team up. And even if they team up, they still can't defend themselves.
Indeed.
Because it's a Kotl, a Nyx, and a Zeus, and under-leveled Nyx as well.
Yeah, I think this Nyx is really, really struggling right at the minute. Kotl was on lane. Kotl was constantly outfiring his Illuminate, whereas Nyx was just sat stacking in the jungle. I mean, although it's benefiting the Nature's Prophet now, I mean, Nature's Prophet's still not where you want to see him. He's sitting on 1,500 gold with the Midas, Boots, and Tangos.
Yeah,
so
he's got no damage. What's he going to do?
It's like we've seen him TP in some of the ganks so far, but he's TP'd in and he started right-clicking them, and then suddenly realises, oh wait, I can't right-click them.
Does nothing. Oh, and here's the gyrocopter. They're going to look to push this tier 1 here, I reckon. I'm going to wait for night time, I imagine, first. 60 seconds cooldown, though.
Sorry, I just love seeing Bounty just troll the Nyx there, just hurling a shuriken at his face.
Yeah, keeping the harass up.
Keeping the vision up with the Shadow Demon as well.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
One tower's probably might go down to the Weaver.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to. And the tree so rotating with their
Radiant's
Nature's
bottom
Prophet.
tower is under
They're
attack.
definitely going to bring down this tower now, but
There should be
in
a
the
good tower.
meantime, there's a big old fight going on. Night Stalker killing off Nyx Assassin almost. No. Huge ultimate! In comes the gyrocopter. He wants some kills now. He's dropped the cooldown. He's rocket barraging away. Down goes the Kotl. Down goes Zeus. And just Nyx Assassin's dead too. Actually, they're going for the gyrocopter. With this Nature's Prophet and the Weaver, they bring him down. Triple.
Gem actually being lost there when the Night Stalker died.
Oh no, picked straight back up again though by Bounty Hunter. He steals the gem, goes in, Viz, and Edict up on this Nature's Prophet.
As much damage as he can to the Nature's Prophet. Bounty Hunter can finish him off now.
Yes, he can. Whole team wiped out. Although they did lose everybody else.
Yeah, everyone except the Bounty dropped.
What happened to Shadow Demon? Did he die as well?
Yeah, he died and respawned.
So yeah, they went on them on the tier 1, which is never a good place to be fighting, especially when it's still daytime for the Night Stalker. He hasn't got the attack speed, which is the major reason you love nighttime, is his attack speed is through the roof.
They saw the Weaver and the Nature's Prophet pushing down bottom. They thought, right, we can mash the supports on the tower and get the tower before they can respond. But the tower was so low, and Weaver started TPing out, and of course, once the tower was down, Nature's Prophet TP'd up. So they didn't respond quite quickly enough to the threat, and they lost the tower and, well, in my opinion, they lost the team fight as well. I think they should have been on top of that, personally.
Oh, it was a 4 for a 5, so...
Yeah, but they're much more fed on Karnage, so that was an awful lot of gold going the other way, I think.
And it was a triple kill for the Weaver as well, I believe.
Indeed.
Which is, huge for him. It's going to be pushing him towards...
Yeah, I mean, he's got most of the way towards his Lincolns now. I mean, he's about 2,000 gold away, picked up an Ultimate Orb and a Ring of Health, so...
Yeah. It's going to be a little more difficult to kill as well now, which is good.
Indeed.
Because all the time they're spending not, ganking, it's kind of time wasted for Karnage.
That said, Gyrocopter's still farming, and I mean, the three heroes from Karnage are keeping 4 heroes from Frodo tied up right now. And the Nick drastically under level. Well, level 6 now, so not too awful.
The problem with the Gyrocopter has been so far that in any fight he's been in so far, he's died.
That's not good for the Radiant.
Well, at the minute, we're seeing the 2 supports from Karnage the same level as Frodo Swaggins' mid player. So, with some getting solo lane XP, and someone just relying on ganks and not even being on lane, I think that's a very, very scary situation, in fact.
I've been spammed on Steam at the minute.
Who by?
Okay, she needs to ask me a question. I'm busy, I can't help.
Yeah. The casting, goddammit.
Oh my god, all the messages. Jesus. Tell her I'm casting. Tell her.
I'll tell her.
Tell her.
I'm telling her, goddammit.
Tell her quickly.
Really do something about that middle tower.
Middle tower being pushed here as well. Weaver gets the last hit as well, so another bit of gold for the Weaver. He's now been able to. He should be able to get his perseverance as well now, if he wants it.
Indeed.
Oh, he's going to finish up his wand maybe. He's got an Iron Branch already.
I think that was actually just traded to the courier just to get it out of his inventory. Oh no, wait, no, the Ironwood branch. Oh, Nyx was finishing off his magic wand instead.
Bless him. Okay, so he's even more. It's kind of a stalemate at the minute. Bounty, I believe, is out in their jungle looking for stuff to kill. I'm not sure what happened there. He's found the Weaver. No, but it puts the track up on the Keeper of the Light instead.
That said, the cooldown's so short that he's going to be able to track the Weaver in a few minutes anyway. And there's the night time.
And now they're going to hide behind this tier 1. Between tier 1 and tier 2.
Assassins. Invis actually just wears off there, so...
They wanted this fight.
Well, they are wasting an awful lot of time just kind of staring at each other growling like this, so... I'd like to see something happen.
Not so fast.
Oh dear Zeus. Good blinding light from the Keeper of the Light.
Very good.
I see a lot of unlucky misses coming out there. But still, committing 5 to this kill on... Oh dear. Weaver. Oh dear Weaver.
Oh dear Weaver indeed.
Coming out as well.
Oh, and Nyx Assassin is just melting. Weaver's still alive, but not for much longer. He needs to Tsukushi. Oh, he's dead. Nature's Prophet's still alive. They're going to try to pick him up before he can manage to get away. The stun comes out. He's dead as well. Only Kotal is left alive, hiding behind tier 1. And
at least they can illuminate, guys.
Actually, a lot of damage coming out of the gyrocopter, so...
The Zeus ultimate there, nearly finishing him off.
But he lives.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We're seeing 3k gold up on the Night Stalker now. What are we going to see him build? Are we going to see him transition into an Basher?
Basher, I imagine. I'd be bashing. I'd be bashing.
Got double damage rune up at the minute. I don't think he can make that much of it though, because his entire team's spread out and...
No, they're just reeling from the last team fight at the minute, Frodo, so they're going to try to avoid any more confrontation.
Indeed. Just try and get a bit more farm on the Weaver, I think, right now. Oh dear. Night Stalker's trying to go in on these 3, but...
It's going to make the most of that DD. It's not going to work for him.
No.
Gyrocopter still farming.
Why does the game have to stagnate like this? Come on! Do some fights! You got a Night Stalker! Go kill shit!
Totally. But of course, the more time allowed to farm means Weaver's going to get stronger, Nature's Prophet's going to get more farm, get a bit more damage, and Split Push is going to become more and more powerful.
Nature's Prophet's actually going for the Orchid over the Shadow Blade. I think this is a stupidly wide decision. They already know the Night Stalker's buying gems out the arsehole, so choosing not to add another invis to that is just such a great idea. Are they looking at pushing right now?
They might do. I'm surprised this tier 1's still standing. There's been so much fighting for it.
Yeah, here comes the gank squad.
And they're looking for the Zeus. Actually going to end up going for the Nyx Assassin, who gets almost a double stun, but he managed to hit the illusions. He's on the run, and they've still not picked anybody off.
Middle tower is under attack.
We actually see a BKB up on the Bounty Hunter right now.
Yeah, they're worried about the huge amount of nuke coming out.
Dire's middle tower now belongs to the Aegis.
Oh, there also was a courier being killed in that fight,
Oh, was there?
I think.
No, there wasn't. Bird's still alive.
Oh, no, my bad.
Oh, you silly. So, got a tier 1 tower, looking to back from this now.
It's not bad getting a tier 1 tower. They were heavily defending, actually. It's pretty good.
Nature's Prophet actually pushing out bot at the minute. They're rotating down to stop him though, so he should really be TPing out, and he is. Leshrac stun! Oh, just not enough time.
No.
I don't know what Leshar's doing there. Nuking down this creep wave like a god.
Okay, so they're going to go back to farming.
Why farm? Why farm?
Well, they need farm. That's what they need. But I like it. The more time that Karnage wastes, the more time that they have, this split push is going to get stronger. I mean, admittedly, Gyrocopter's getting stronger as well. But I mean, the very early pressure they had, they haven't capitalized on it. They should have been pushing towers earlier. Like when they got lots of ganks, they should have pushed down the tower.
We're seeing Night Stalker actually go for a BKB as well. I actually think this is the wrong decision right now. I mean, you have 3 BKB'd heroes up now. I mean, yes, it's going to neutralize a lot of their nukes, but you have these BKBs up so early. If they can last, soon you're going to be on 4-second BKBs. And in the late game, I don't think that's going to be very fun, especially considering they're foregoing damage items to get these
smoke gank. Who are they going to go for? I think they might be thinking about
Radiant's top tower
this next
has fallen.
assassin.
Oh, why do the easy camp? And they may have just sent that Keeper of the Light Illuminate. Oh dear, Nyx.
Nyx is easily picked off, and Keeper of the Light's in a bad place too. He's got soul captured. He's going to rake a run for it. He has Zeus to back him up, and no one was there quick enough to support the Shadow Demon. Oh, and they know where he is now.
Kind of unfortunate there, but I think Karnage still in a very, very commanding position right now. Gyro currently just pushing the bottom lane onto the tower.
Yeah, Shadow Demon did all that he could to keep the coal there. He threw out his ultimate. He had him slowed down. He managed to soul capture him, hit him, but they just.
Oh, it's Gyrocopter. Nice Doc just patrolling the enemy jungle right now. Come on, Nice Stalker. Go eat the cottle. You know you want to. Look at it. Ooh, Zeus ultimate actually spotting him out there. Pretty wise use of the ultimate actually, just to scout them out and just show you where they all are.
Yeah.
That, and it does a colossal amount of damage to the supports, so I mean, they're currently sat on half health right now.
It's always going to be a problem with that Zeus ultimate, especially if it's refresher orb. Although, I think that's going to be quite a way off.
Yeah. Building towards the Aghanims though with the Staff of Wizardry, so...
Well, it's pretty much a core on Zeus. He doesn't build support items. You have supports for that.
He's a nuker at heart.
You need him to be throwing out as much nuke damage as he possibly can. Of course, as soon as the BKBs come up, he does nothing. But he can kill off the supports though, so he eliminates the stuns and the disables, which is useful.
Indeed. That said, there's still stuns and disables coming up from the main carries of Karnage here, so...
you wouldn't call Jericho's stun worth the effort.
But it doesn't look good.
Yeah, true.
The amount of time it takes to actually put it down could be better spent. And they gotta go on Nyx Assassin again. Blinding Light, almost saving him. Great mechanism. Great mechanism taking him alive there.
This Keeper of the Light's blinding lights have been perfectly on target so far. I commend him for how great they've been. And
there's
the
the flip push.
Has seen better days.
Oh no. Oh no. Nature's Prophet's in deep trouble.
Inching out, but it's not going to be
Great
enough.
disruption. He used the Shadow Poison to give himself vision, then used the disruption to
Come down.
stop him from getting away. He's so close to TPing out as well.
I know, this is why this Night Stalker needs to look at getting a basher up.
It's one of the reasons as well. I mean, he could just go straight for an armlet from this point on.
True, but I think the time may have passed for an armlet right now.
Hey, it helps you push towers.
Always gotta love that push.
Extra damage is always good. CB, speaking of pushing, they're going to go for the tier 2 bottom now as well, in retaliation.
Brodo is so far away, I don't see them being able to get here in time during this.
They're going to try, they've got the fort up. In comes the Weaver, but he can't do a lot. Throw out the Swarm, always irritating.
Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower.
You can't stop the Leshrac push. You just...
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. It was a valiant effort.
Might look to rotate mid right now. See if they can take that one too, or... Ooh, transitioning into a Roche.
TP out from Nature's Prophet, he's going to push out the top lane in the meantime.
Have a look at the Roche bit right now.
Hell, why not? They want to go high ground. Still got to go high ground. In comes the Swarm, they know they're doing Roshan now. They know how much HP he's got left.
Illuminate's going in. Missing everything. Oh, hit the Leshrac.
Poor little Leshrac. Mechanism comes out though, so he doesn't care anymore. They're going to have to back out of this.
Indeed. Illuminate's going to spot them backing out as well, so...
They're way out of there now.
It's possible Frodo may look to go in on this now they know Karnage have dispersed. I mean, they see the gyro up on the top lane. He's going to be the only one grabbing the Aegis realistically, so...
It's still... How much damage are they going to be able to do with him with what they've got at the minute though? A Nyx Assassin, a Keeper of the Light, a Weaver, and a Zeus.
And they are sat on a Karnage Observer ward watching their every move, so... Just fantastic warding from the Karnage support sector.
It's super wise not to bother going in, because they don't have the damage to kill him off quickly. and they don't know they've got there's vision, but you always assume that there's going to be vision on the Roche bit if they're, you know,
and everywhere about it.
And, is that within the range of that sentry? No, it's not.
Indeed.
So safe.
Quite a wise choice actually for there, but that said, they have got gems up, so it's not going to slow them down that much. See a Manta style up on Gyrocopter, and I was saying on 3k gold as well, so what we like to see in build right now?
Sorry?
Gyro's got a Manta style, Helm of the Dominator, BKB in phases, and sat on 3k gold, so...
I would be assuming he's saving up for an Eagle Song.
Indeed.
For me, that's what I'd be doing.
Either that, or do you just rush an early Satanic?
You could do, but...
Just say, screw this, I'm not dying in 5
It doesn't give you extra damage. I think he wants extra damage. If you're going to be pushing towers and shit, you want extra damage. But I'm a damage fiend, so much for me.
Well, Satanic does give you a tinkle of extra damage, I believe.
I think you get all the damage from the Helm of the Dominator anyway. What is it?
No.
I think you get an extra like 5 damage as a Satanic.
Still, get a lot more survivability coming out from it.
Yeah. He has been dying a lot, so it might be good, but I'd like to see more damage first.
Yeah.
That's just me personally, maybe.
I think an Eagle Song would make sense. I mean, both Nature's Prophet and the Weaver are a long way away from Monkey King bar, so...
Wiping out that creep wave really quickly. I want to push, but it's always difficult to push into a Keeper of the Light.
Indeed. That said, they've got a track up on him now, so they can see him casting the Illuminate, so... Well,
they've been quite good at predicting when he's doing it anyway, so there hasn't been a major
Dire's
problem.
middle tower is
They just want to kill him off on an edict.
It's worth noting that all of Frodo is currently clustering around this Keeper of the Light while he's been tracked, so they can see that they're nowhere near the tower.
Yeah, I mean, the Keeper should know that he's been tracked. I mean, it's in his display. He should be paying more attention to it.
Yeah.
That's another tower. So that's all the tier 2s down now. Just the base they have to crack. And they're going to want Roshan before they do that. I'd be inclined to hope that they get the Gyrocopter's Butterfly as well.
Nature's Prophet's TP'd in on the Shadow Demon. It's just TPing out though.
Yep, out he goes.
TP's away.
They have no disables other than the Nyx Assassin.
They actually have an Orchid up on Nature's Prophet, but that's it.
Oh, there goes. Looks like Leshrak's not going to be so lucky. The Nyx Assassin managed to get in that time.
Leshrak actually went back to save the Shadow Demon as well, which was completely and utterly needless.
Yeah, but you know, you always, as a support, your job is to die for your fellow man.
Gyro has a hell of an ancient camp right here.
He might just go straight for a straight up Butterfly.
I know, this is even territory where it's like rapier size bounties, so... I don't think it's a wise decision. That said, I would love to see it, all the same. I mean, I hate rapiers, but they're fun. They're fun, definitely. Nah, it's gonna be an eagle. It's gonna be a butterfly. He's actually completely finished it now, so...
Yeah. So now he's going to be really difficult to deal with because he's got BKB up so they can't nuke him, and he's got evasion.
And Manta style.
And Manta style. So this Gyro is really ready to go. He's ready to break base. If they can get a pick off right before it as well with the Bounty Hunter and Night Stalker, they're going to take racks most likely.
I mean, look at the level of damage he's doing. He's doing over 280 damage on a right click, and that's spread over all of those supports, so...
They're going to look for Roshan now, I imagine.
Indeed.
Pushing all the waves out, apart from the bottom, just so they can get in nice and close to him.
I think if they get this Aegis up on the Gyro, I think it's pretty much GG. I don't really see Frodo being able to fight against this Gyro going uphill. Oh, he's getting the mischance up on the Gyro with a blinding light. That's pretty damn trolly.
Is it going to be enough though? They really need to do something to stop this Gyro, to be honest.
Look at Night Stalker, he's just keeping the pressure on. Infist up right now. Oh, from right up from behind the Zeus.
Oh my god, Zeus is going to go down. Nyx Assassin doesn't look too healthy either. Oh, Weaver coming to try to harass out. Oh, Weaver, you're in trouble now, my son.
No, get the Aegis, Gyro! Get the Aegis! No!
Weaver stole it!
Gyro wandered out without picking the Aegis up.
And Oh my god, and Weaver just Akushi'd in there. His Lincoln does a lot to protect him, but they've got him trapped up. He's going to die again, but they didn't get that Aegis. Of course, most of the team is wiped, so they probably could push if it wasn't so far down the goddamn lane right now.
Gyro had to drop his portal scroll. He was fully 6-slotted, so he wandered out of the Roche pit, dropped his portal scroll, and by the time he went back in, Weaver was already there and was like, huh, no one's having this then.
Oh, that's not good for the Radiant.
He's struggling, man.
That said, I think this is going to give Brodo Swaggins just a little bit more time to compose themselves. I mean, it's still going to be very, very hard for them to defend against this uphill team fight, but even so, it's going to be a lot nicer than it would be if there was an Aegis involved.
Yeah, now it's not a certainty. They can't.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Gyro's actually sold his phase boot, so we're going to see boots of travel picked up on her?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Because he can push really hard now. The amount of damage he does to a creep wave.
Indeed. He's also to spend an awful lot on TP scrolls. He's been the main person TPing back to farm up the waves, which Nature's Prophet's been pushing out with.
Yeah. He hasn't really done a lot with those Nature's Prophet. They just had to deny tier 2 because of it, but... Oh, that's right. Smashing up some trees, so he has a nice little place to camp up. I like the way Nightstalker ran into those little creepy things so he can get some extra gold.
That's right.
He's like, damn it, bloody Gyrocopter's getting all the kills, I need to get me some gold.
Yeah, this is the stage where the Night Stalker's really slowed down, actually. And he's picked up an Assault Curious now, in actual fact, so...
No, it's good for him, and it's good for the Gyrocopter, so...
Indeed. And the Bounty Hunter, don't forget, so...
Oh, Bounty. Can't forget the Bounty.
Every time the nighttime is popped, Frodo recoil in fear behind their tier 3.
You gotta fear that Night Stalker, my god. He does a lot of damage. He's a scary, scary bastard. And Nature's Prophet's gonna push this big wave against this tier 2. Oh, no, he's not. Sorry. I miscalled that. Where did he go?
Sorry, I'm just fending off your adoring fans, and by adoring fans I mean Nako is still bothering me. I think Leshrek's trying to build a Bloodstone right now. You go, Lesh. You can do it. You put your mind into it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
If he actually disassembles the Arcane Boots, he has the Soul Boots.
Oh my god, keep the light. You're in trouble, mate, son. You're very dead. He wandered right into that. Nick Assassin's stun coming out, but doing very little. Oh, they're going to bring down Nature's Prophet as well. He's silenced up. He can't TP out. What's he going to do? Absolutely nothing. Well,
silence Bounty, I suppose.
He silenced Bounty and he turned Night Stalker into a piggy.
We've just having to completely back off while this Gyrocopter just pushes up the hill.
Yep.
And look at him.
All alone in the world.
Well, there's no creep wave. Do I give a damn? No.
This is so Curious' attack speed is so quick right now.
Indeed. And with that amount of damage coming out from him.
GG called. My goodness, they just...
This was going to be 2 lanes of racks at the minimum, so...
Yeah.
Gracious in defeat.
They tried to push down and they just couldn't get there.
A British team won a game of Dota!
That's because they're not us.
Yeah, true. Actually good.
We recruited a Swedish person and we're still terrible.
I know. But Swedes are the legends that are Nick's Assassin not even hitting level 10 in that game, so...
Poor little dude. Poor
I mean,
little dude.
anytime you see a Nick's Assassin with 3 assists and a kill on the board, you know something's gone wrong.
Well, he's playing 5 role with Nyx, which really
very,
sucks.
very unusual with like a Keeper of the Light on the team.
It's because Cotwell can farm up much quicker because he can stack camps and he can illuminate them to death. So I guess they go, oh well, tough shit for you, Nyx Assassin. You should have to.
Poor little Nyx.
Normally he gets levels and gold from rotation to gank, but they
all the ganks were coming out from Karnage in that game. That was just flat out.
You've got to take your hat off to the Karnage supports. They made sure that Night Stalker got out of hand by their continual ganks in the mid. Gyrocopter was farming free. Anyway, he didn't give a shit. He didn't need any backup. They didn't need to stack any camps. They thought, we need to get this Night Stalker rolling, get him rolling, and then, of course, the entirety of that early mid-game is going to be ours, and they're going to be very hard for them to do anything. We'll stop their farm, we'll strangle them, and then we'll just slowly smash them when we get the gyrocopter up and running.
Indeed. It's the perfect tactic you want to see when there's a Night Stalker or any semi-carrier mid like a Slark or a Templar Assassin. You want to see them dominate the early mid game, just get out of hand, just shut everything they can, anything they can touch, kill it. And just leave your hard carry sat at the back on a lane, just killing creep camps. Because they can't come onto the lane to contest them, because they've got a 5-man up or they're dead. So, outstanding play there, I think, actually.
Yeah, I think it was really good. They played really strong, and they didn't. Although they did leave a little bit of space for Nature's Prophet and Weaver to farm up, it wasn't enough for them to catch up.
Indeed.
And they just struggled, really.
I think they did make a few mistakes. They spent far too much time just staring at the other team in a 5v5 engagement, and it just didn't work out well for them because they were the team who had the upper hand. They could have initiated and done well. I mean, a tier 1 tower, it's in all essence, it's not doing that much damage. So with people like Night Stalker going in and taking the brunt of the brute force with his early BKB, you've still got your Bounty Hunter, your Gyrocopter, your Leshrac nukes, and your Shadow Demon disrupting key opponents. I think they could have taken it, and I don't think they needed to play as passively in those situations where it was 5-on-5.
I think they just wanted the Gyrocopter to be a bit fatter, so they were kind of waiting it out. They didn't want to rush in and get like a whole team wipe. Maybe there was a team wipe practically, so they survived it. Yeah, all the team fights went in there. They always came out on top on the team fights every single time. Even when they had a huge amount of casualties themselves, they brought down everybody else in the process. So played really well. They laned really well. They played early game really well. Mid game, they got a little bit lost when they were waiting for Gyro to catch up. Gyro got fat, destroyed everything. The Aegis still wasn't enough to secure it.
Indeed.
So yeah,
that was kind of sloppy from the Gyrocopter. Actually, I will say that he dropped his TP scroll and wandered out of the pit, forgetting to pick up the Aegis.
Whoopsie. Oh well, you can't be perfect. But that's it for us for tonight. Thank you very much for listening and for watching. You can follow us at Sproink Dota on the Twitter, and you can subscribe to us if you like, and of course be bombarded with more videos. Right now. Bombarded by more and more videos that we keep uploading despite everything. But yeah,
that's terrible, while I say.
Yeah. So that's a cheerio from me.
See ya!